So welcome friends. After I think March closing must have been over by now, those who are working in the banks. So I'm launching a new series of topics on my YouTube, so you can subscribe them. You can ask your colleagues and friends also to watch these videos so that they can enhance their knowledge. Besides, as if you all know, as I do have a website that is BankTekSkills.com, wherein you can log in, and I have recently launched a platinum module. So it's a very useful module. I do have beginners module in English and Hindi, and I have launched this platinum module in English. So अगर आप लोग कहेंगे, जो लोग हिंदी में देखते हैं मेरा वेबसाइट पे हिंदी में प्रोग्राम्स चाहते हैं, सो अगर आपके रिस्पॉन्सेज मुझे आते हैं कि सर वी वांट इन हिंदी ऑल्सो platinum module wherein I have included how to create a KIF-ID, how to open the account, how to make the transactions, transfer transactions, cash transactions, clearing module, inventory modules, loans, various retail loans, home loan, and loan against property, housing loan, right? Business loan, cash credit loans, how to upload the signatures, ORM, outward remittance maintenance, everything has been discussed in that platinum module. So it's a one-stop. So those who are very new to this, they can join this either this platinum module. I would advise please join this platinum module because this is more useful and this is more nicely explained stepwise, and a lot of fields have been explained in this. Learner module is just to give you an idea how these topics are dealt in the branches while working in the FINACLE Infosys developed by the Infosys, right? So I think these will be very useful to all of you. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, ask your friends and colleagues to subscribe it so that whatever mandate I'll be uploading it here. Whatever topics, even I'm thinking of uploading my various videos on sales and selling techniques and various topics of banking also. So this will be this YouTube channel would be a total banking package. As well as on my website also I am adding more topics into my sales and selling techniques, because nowadays banking is all about sales and selling techniques and various topics of the banking, like various you can say online payment systems. What is the difference between Rtgs, Neft, IMPS, UPI? Now recently UPI 123 has also been launched, which can be used without internet connections also. So all these topics, latest technologies, NRI accounts, what accounts they can open, how much amounts they can invest in securities in India, how much they can repatriate, how much they can repatriate through NRO and REN, a lot of topics. I think that will be very, very useful. So this will be a total, not only confined to FINACLE, but total banking module. I've been added into this my website, that is BankTekSkills.com. Detail is given in the description in my YouTube video also. So it's my endeavor, looking at my experience and my as a banker. I've been a banker. I think all of you quite a lot of you must be knowing it. I've worked in foreign exchange, loans also, macro financing, microfinancing, SME sectors, branch, working on the FINACLE and foreign exchange modules, loans modules, and transactions, account openings, whatnot. So I'm sharing all my experience so that you can benefit from my experience and my whatever I've learned in my career till date, right? So in this video we shall discuss payment system. So as you all know, there was a Payment Settlement Act also was passed by Reserve Bank of India, wherein various sections were enabled, which like 138 and Negotiable Instrument Act. Here we have this section 25, whereas there is any bouncing of EMI of through ECS or NACH. So NACH, you know, National Automated Clearing System, and Rtgs, you can remit funds, Neft, you can remit funds. These are controlled by Reserve Bank of India. So basically payment system is controlled and regulated by RBI. And all these entries pass through a server which is based in Mumbai, through RBI server based at Mumbai. So there is a command Hpordm, right, for this making any Rtgs, Neft. IMPS, you all know, cannot be done through the branches, only through electronic mode, that is net banking and mobile banking, right? So technology has brought a lot of transformations in the operations of the bank. Payment system which would rely majorly on telecommunications have changed outlook, and funds transfer. No time funds can be transferred between two accounts and banks that are situated at far distance from each other, and real-time RTGS is real-time gross settlement. The payment system are capable of handling large volume of transactions each day. The transactions cost is very minimal, adds value to the bottom line of the bank's business statements. The RTGS, as you all know, real-time gross settlement. It is entry-based, entry-wise, and real times. Entry starts moving as the details are entered into the system. NEFT, there is a batch cycle of half an hour where an entry waits in the system for half an hour. Maybe there are more entries are added into the system and it starts moving after the batch time period is over. So it takes 2 hours as per guidelines for crediting beneficiary's account and half an hour in case of RTGS. So ECS is a payment system like electronic lending. It is a electronic mode of collection of any EMIs or payment of any insurance premiums, or you can say dividends, or a lot of. So there are two types of ECS or NACH, you can say. ECS has been replaced by NACH, National Automated Clearing House. So we have two types, debit and credit. So debit, wherein large number of accounts of the customers are debited, it is called debit NACH or debit ICS, wherein large number of accounts of the customers are credited like salaries or dividends or interest payments, pensions, those are called credit ECS or credit NACH. So there are key terminologies I'll be discussing, and I have uploaded a live videos on my website, that is BankTekSkills.com, wherein you'll see live videos of FINACLE, how to do RTGS and NEFT. So outward debit, transactions to another bank. Credit is given to the account within the bank and debit is raised on the account with the another bank. Outward credit, transactions to another bank. Debit is raised in the account within the bank. Credit is given to the account with the another bank. Inward debit, transactions from another bank. Account within the bank is debited upon receipt of information from another bank. Inward credit, transactions from another bank. The account within the bank is credited upon receipts of information from other bank. So there is a FINACLE progress overview. I have uploaded a lot of videos on my website, that is BankTekSkills.com. I'll be creating a lot of knowledge there. I'll be uploading various MCQs also there on that. So for creating NEFT RTGS transactions, use menu option Hpordm. Right? The menu option for creating NEFT RTGS is Hpordm. And when a customer deposits any cash for any RTGS NEFT, the command is HPOOTC, over the counter, right? So this is when the customer has an account with us. So we have to use the selection function as add, select payment product as customer transfer, and click on go. And there are various fields which are to be entered. And I have shared in this my website, YouTube's videos also on website. I've shared a lot of videos on this, how to do transactions like NEFT RTGS in my website, BankTekSkills.com. So following fields have to be entered in the, after you create and enter, after Hpordm command is entered in the menu command, to which account is being debited, requested execution date, that will be today's date, instrument type, check, numbers, instrument date, debit execution date, credit execution date, value date. So value dating can be done up to 3 days, but RBI guidelines says it cannot be done. Beneficiaries, customer details, account with institutions like account number or BIC, Bank Identifier Code, or IFSC code. IFSC code in Indian Financial System Code. Credit details, charge details, and click on submit. It generates an ID, and that ID has to be verified by the verifying officer, right? So this is how we have to do it. I have explained these fields in my videos on this RTGS and NEFT in my website, that is BankTekSkills.com. So for modifying messages, we can, in case we want to modify any message before it is being sent to the beneficiary, the command is HRRISP, right? For sending any outward credit from account or receiving any inward debits into the account, user has to enable the customer account by invoking HACM. So account has to be updated for any debit or any credit by command HACM and HACMTD, right? User has to select modify, visit the general tab details, right? And authorizer has to verify this, right? So for modifying messages, detailed user can invoke menu option HRMM. After enabling account, the user will be able to load ECS. So ECS also account has to be enabled before we make any NACH debit or any ECS debit. Of course, mandate has to be given to the beneficiary account in case amount is to be received or sent to any different third-party financial institutions. The above activities can be performed at the time of opening of respective accounts also, and they can be modified if the account has been opened and account is not ECS enabled. So the command is HECSM. HECS is electronic clearing system, M for modifications, right? So this is a very brief view just to give an idea, and I have uploaded a very detailed video informing every field, how we can validate also, and how all those fields are to be entered, how we can choose IFSC code or BIC. BIC, Bank's Identifier Code, it is equivalent to IFSC code. So all you know, when we transfer funds to Rtgs and Neft, we have to have the account number of the beneficiary as well as IFSC code also. So hope you're enjoying my videos on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels also. Please share it with your friends and colleagues so that they can also benefit. So it's a no cost, no benefit endeavor of mine to help my fellow bankers, millennial bankers to have confidence, because I've seen in various banks, even immediately after joining the bank, they're asked to sit on the FINACLE and do the work, which is fraught with risk if you're not aware of those transactions, any keys, right? So you have to be very, very careful. So I think all of you would be benefiting. Please kindly spread and do subscribe to my Instagram page, also like my Facebook page also, wherein I'll be adding these various short, you can say reels, and short, you can say commands I'll be explaining there also. So I think that's my endeavor, because I was waiting for March ending closing to finish. So hope you have a great journey through my website, that is BankTekSkills.com. Of course, you are seeing this through my YouTube channels, and I'll be uploading a lot of topics besides FINACLE, right, on sales and selling techniques, insurance, or various topics like what is ombudsman, what is the process, various topics under banking, what is base rate, what is MCLR, how do we calculate a MCLR and all that, right? So once again, friends, do enjoy, do spread to all the bankers. So let's see, we reach to various nook and corners of the country, and जिनको हिंदी में चाहिए, एज आई टोल्ड यू, मैंने एक प्लेटिनम मॉड्यूल लॉन्च किया, उसमें पूरा पैकेज आपका फिनिकल का मैंने उसमें एक मॉड्यूल में दिया है. तो कुछ टॉपिक्स जो लर्नर्स मॉड्यूल में रह गए थे, वो मैंने सारे इसमें इनकॉर्पोरेट कर. अगर आपकी डिमांड आती है तो मैं हिंदी में भी उस प्लेटिनम मॉड्यूल को लॉन्च करूंगा, एंड इफ इन केस already I have already launched an English module. So whenever you open this my website BankTekSkills.com, there'll be a pop-up that will say a platinum module has been launched. Click on that, enter any email ID and password, create any password, and pay a certain amount, very nominal amount is there, so that you can all benefit. Hope great guys, have a great journey. Thank you so much.